In the heart of a bustling metropolis in Pakistan, Jamil occupied a cubicle that felt increasingly like a fortress. As a junior architect, his professional life was a relentless cycle of deadlines and demanding blueprints. Recently, he felt completely snowed under by his heavy workload. The once exciting glow of the occupational pressure was not merely a mental burden. It had a detrimental effect on his physical well-being. Jamil realized his lifestyle had become alarmingly sedentary. His back ached from hours of poor posture, and the tension in his shoulders felt like a permanent weight. He knew he needed to prioritize his health before the burnout became irreversible. But the path to recovery seemed obscured by endless seeking a reprieve. Jamil met his longtime mentor, Idris, at a vibrant park where the scent of jasmine filled the air. Idris, a man who had mastered the art of professional longevity, listened intently. He observed that Jamil's struggle wasn't a lack of talent, but a lack of boundaries. To excel in your career, Idris advised gently, you must first ensure your internal foundation is stable. Idris explained that leisure is not a luxury, but a necessity for a productive mind. He encouraged Jamil to view his time as a finite resource that required careful management. If you do not allocate time for rejuvenation, Idris said, your creativity will inevitably stagnate. Jamil realized he had been neglecting the very activities that used to spark his imagination. Inspired by the conversation, Jamil decided to rediscover a forgotten passion, landscape photography. During his next weekend, he took his old camera to the outskirts of the city. As he focused his lens on the rugged beauty of the Salt Range, the office felt miles away. This leisure pursuit provided a much-needed mental shift, allowing him to detach from his professional anxieties. At home, his sister Zoya noticed the subtle change in his demeanor. She had been worried about his declining health and lack of social interaction. Zoya insisted they cook a traditional meal together, dragging him away from his laptop. A balanced life includes the people who love you, she reminded him. For the first time in months, Jamil enjoyed a meal without checking his emails. Monday morning brought a new challenge. A senior partner requested a complex report by the end of the day, a task that would normally require Jamil to stay until midnight. Remembering Idris's words, Jamil practiced a vital coping mechanism, assertive communication. He politely explained his current capacity and proposed a realistic timeline. To his surprise, his supervisor respected his transparency. Jamil also integrated physical activity into his daily routine to combat his sedentary habits. He began taking short walks during his lunch break, breathing in the fresh air and stretching his limbs. This simple change had a profound impact on his concentration. By moving his body, he found that his mind became more agile, making his work hours more efficient and less draining. Weeks later, Jamil met Idris again to share his progress. He felt he had finally achieved a sense of equilibrium. He was no longer a slave to his desk. Instead, he was the architect of his own schedule. I've learned that my career is just one pillar of my life, Jamil told his mentor. Idris nodded in approval, noting the renewed spark in Jamil's eyes. As the sun set over the city, Jamil sat by his window, looking out at the skyline he helped shape. He felt a sense of fulfillment that work alone could never provide. He understood now that striking a work-life balance is an ongoing journey, not a destination. With his health restored and his stress managed, he was ready to face the future with resilience and grace.